Hey guys, it's Tell Hades, a Raid Shadow Legends video. So today I want to talk through my top 20 legendaries and just give you a bit of insight as to why I think they're in the top 20 and tell you which ones I've got. So just looking at the global leaderboard here for Hegemon, the Hegemon sale. Um, does he feature on my top 20? You will find out soon. So far it looks like these two are having a bit of a battle. I've seen this Imperial Wrath has been top for most of it, and then all of a sudden this fella comes in. Hey, I've got a few thousand quid. I'm gonna throw it at this Hegemon. Good luck, guys. The old Dirge, who I pulled the 500 shards from, pretty comfortably still in the top 10, but I mean, as an expensive 2 epic Dual Tome Soul Dirge. Keep it up, fella. Right. Anyway, into the juicy stuff. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go into the index and talk you through which legendaries I think are in the top 20. I do have it in like an Excel spreadsheet, which I'll kind of flash up at the end of the video and leave a link to in the commentary. Yeah, obviously leave me some comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you think I've got any in the wrong place or if there's any kind of obvious ones that I'm missing. Yeah, let's get into it. Actually, one more thing. Looking through some of my kind of viewer analytics, it looks like though I've got a lot of people subscribing, there's about 70% of people that watch my videos regularly that haven't subscribed. Guys, a subscribe button, please. Anyway, let's get into it. Right, coming in at number 20 on my list. In the Elkarin tribes. He's in my arena team. He's big, he's bad. Ignatius. Super cool looking champion. I really love this champion actually. Although he's 20th on my list, personally I find him really good fun to play with. He's proper clutch in arena, can hit very hard. And the main reasons why he gets onto my list, probably the single main reason is this ability here, which is day 3, who does an AoE HP burn. So basically he was the first solid way to take down Spider 20 before people start to come up with some different ideas. I'd say he is top tier Spider. I'd say he is top tier Ice Golem, and I'd say he is one of the kind of top levels of Arena if he's played properly. The other things he can do are AoE Provoke. It's only for 1 turn, which is probably the one thing that doesn't push him a little bit further up the ladder. 50% chance when booked is 75, so that's decent, but the burn cannot be resisted, and basically booked gets to 100% chance. So that as a move is amazing. And his A1 has got a chance to stun, so when booked, 25% chance to stun. Again, that can give you some pretty clutch moments in arena fights. It's an okay A1, it's not an amazing A1. And he's also got an aura which affects all battles, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, he's a good champion, solid champ, comes in at number 20. So for me, number 19, it's... Hold on, are we looking at the same champion? No, this is Big Un. Same skin, reskinned. Again, actually super cool champion. He's kind of fun because he can just hit so hard. He comes in, he's got AoEs coming out of every single move. He's a superb campaign farmer, even when you get to sort of nightmare level campaign. Don't have him, would like him. He's got a stun ability, which is on his A2. So booked, he's got 50% chance to stun all enemies. He's got turn meter control, so decreases turn meter and applies decreased speeds. And he's just generally really high damage. So he's superb in arena. He's very good when you get into, as I said, like campaign farming. He's good in somewhere like Ice Golem as well, just kind of clearing out the trash. Good for kind of speed runs in Dragon and that type of thing. So yeah, all in all, solid champ, would be an amazing one to get. And lots of fun. He's one of those champions that's just lots of fun to see how much damage you can kick out. So in 18th, we're going to head over to the Knight Reverence. And actually, for me, some people might find this a bit low, but for me, it's Hegemon. Hegemon. for me, he doesn't have enough overall game sort of utility to get higher up my list. What he does is he absolutely masters the arena. I would say he doesn't really or shouldn't really feature in any other lineup. It looks very cool. He's got a very unique kit, makes him very cool. He's probably the #1 sought after champion for arena, albeit I don't think he's the best champion in it. So just looking through his kit, day 1 hits 2 times at random. I don't like abilities to hit at random, but hits 2 times at random, can hit quite hard, and basically does a decreased speed. Day 2 is probably what he's best known for, so, or actually his passive is what he's known for, so he always goes first. Every round he will go first. He then pairs up with this A2 that is an AoE and has got the ability to block cooldown skills. It does decrease attack as well, but the big one here is block cooldown skills. So in an arena fight, if you can block someone's skills before they've even had a chance to go, all of their big skills take at least 1 or sometimes 2 turns to come up, which can be enough just to win you the game. So it's a really big ability. Also, because he always goes first, you actually don't need to build any speed into him. So basically you can build him either glass cannon, which I wouldn't do. You can put him in provoke gear, you can put him in stun gear. Basically do whatever you choose to completely take out the enemy team. Very cool arena champ, and he comes in at number 18. So number 17 is, for me, it's one of the new champions actually. I think people have yet to kind of really understand their utility. I've got the Duchess Lilitu. She is a very original looking champ. I'm still not sure if I actually like the visual that much, but yeah, certainly very, very unique. Looks pretty cool. So I guess the main reason why she's even featured on this top 20 for me is her A3 has the ability to revive all dead allies with 70% HP. It also puts a veil on them so that other people can't target those allies for a turn. It also puts a continuous heal on those allies. So basically they're coming back, and they're going to come back full health by the time they get back into the game. She's also got this passive, which is again really unique and super cool. So decreases damage taken by all allies by from AoE attacks by 25%, 15% from bosses, and if there's veils on those allies, even more of a reduction, so 40%, 25% from bosses. So this for clan boss is a huge ability. You can fit Duchess into your team for clan boss, and that is massive. 15% is a massive reduction of damage when you're a Nightmare clan boss. In terms of her other abilities, they're not bad. So increase attack on your team, block debuffs on your team. So again, clan boss, that will block that stun on the third wave. Quite a good arena ability as well. And then the first one here, attacks one enemy 2 times, places a shield equal to 10% of this champion's HP on the person with the lowest HP. Again, good arena ability, good for sort of general utility in faction wars or dungeons. All around, I think she's a really cool champ. I really like her design. Good base stats on HP and defense, and pretty quick. So she's also got a speed aura, which is sloppy. You know, it does in all battles, which is quite unusual. All in all, really cool. I got her on at number 17. And I think she's probably kind of top tier or close to it for arena. Probably not quite top tier, maybe like an S grade instead of double S. Clan boss, arena, dragon, probably ice golem as well. So yeah, for me, really cool champ. Okay, let's go into 16, and that is on the same page. Prince Kaimar. I actually got Prince Kaimar as my first legendary. Really cool looking champ. Really like his aesthetics. Again, he's got pretty unique design in terms of his kit. And what he's best known for is this ability, which is Seal of Magic. So he's able to reset cooldowns of all of your team. Your team go through, burn through all of their big abilities. He then uses this and resets all of them so he can go again next turn. At the same time, he fills everybody's turn meter. So two combined, and those two things combined are huge. He's got a strong speed aura in arena. Got another good ability here for arena, so basically removes all buffs and places asleep for 1 turn. And then he's just got poison as A1, providing you get a critical hit, which is easy enough to build into his kit. Got good base stats, very usable in a lot of different areas. Not really great for something like a clan boss fight, but great in all of the dungeons, and great in the arena. Okay, moving up, 15. So heading over to the High Elves. High Elves, here he is. So he's a Void Legendary, so very difficult to get. Ethos, Ithos, Ithis. Yeah, so this guy, he is just the hardest damage dealer in the game. Attacks always critical, attacks all enemies, is a free. On a 6-turn cooldown, but can be booked down to 4. It's just out and out damage. Guys, out and out damage. This attack's always critical, so you don't even have to build up massive crit rate. Yeah, I think for an arena champion, this guy is just bags of fun. I wish I had him. He's just the sort of person you just want to build up to absolutely nuke an enemy team. I don't think he's really useful anywhere else in the game, to be fair, or not super useful, but just for that alone, he'd be really good fun to play around with. So let's move up to number 14. Probably a completely different style of champion, but does a similar thing to what we just seen there with DOS. Again, pretty cool design. Really like the way they've done it. I mean, this sword is one of my favourite things in this game. I just love the graphics and the way they've made that work. Really cool. So we've got Twovolt, and this guy was probably the first attack-based champion known for hitting crazy numbers in clan boss. First person I saw that was getting crazy numbers in clan boss that wasn't getting those numbers through a poison. Basically, he's got abilities that just kind of stack damage the more buffs that he's got on him. If you have to kind of build a team around him. So he's able to self buff with a load of cool abilities, attack, speed, crit rate. He does have a weak on his A1, but you kind of want to pair him with people that are just going to stack buffs on him, and then he goes and starts slamming people with this Juggernaut ability for, I've seen sort of 200k, 250k crits. Really good fun. Crazy in the arena. Can absolutely nuke someone out off the park in the arena. But yeah, pretty much you'd see him in Clan Boss Arena. Probably cool in other dungeons as well. I don't have him. I've not been able to use him, but I think I would love to get him. So again, he's a void, so difficult to get, but certainly a cool one. Right, so moving on to 13. We've got Dark Elf. I do have this champ. So Vizier. He is ridiculous in the clan boss. Not really that ridiculous anywhere else, but in the clan boss fight, he enables you to put on team comps that you normally shouldn't be able to put on. It's all because of this A1. A1, 3 times, when booked, every hit has got a 50% chance of increasing all of the debuffs by 1 turn. I've had clan boss fights where the clan boss kills my entire team, but he's left with 70 debuffs of poison that was still there to tick off because this ability procs so often. It means you can run teams that don't have the need for someone with that A1 poison. You can run teams that, yeah, as I say, just don't need to rely on really accurate attack down champs. He does actually have an attack down in his kit. Trouble with it is, and this is probably why he's a bit further down the list than people might expect. Trouble is, it also lands these other 2 buffs that you don't want for a clan boss fight. And actually, it lands them in the order you see here. So it goes block buffs, heal reduction, decrease attack. So you have to land all 3 of them to get your decrease attack off. But anyway, it's super cool. He is really good for clan boss fight. He completely changes your team if you pull him for clan boss. He's got good base stats. You can build him quite tanky to survive. He does have other abilities like spread other debuffs, so for faction wars it's okay. But yeah, he's literally the only thing I use him for is clan boss. Okay, so orcs. Orcs. Warlord. I think if I'd looked at legendary lists maybe 3-4 months ago, Warlord probably would have been a top 5 champion for a lot of people. I've had Warlord for quite a reasonable amount of time, and he's not as amazing as people think he is for clan boss. He is very good, don't get me wrong. Got an A1 that does a similar skill to what that Vizier does. So he'll extend debuffs. He's got a 40% chance, only hits once, 40% chance when booked to extend the debuffs by 1 turn. So you can put Sniper on him and get him up to 45% chance. But it's too inconsistent. So I played him for a long time. He was in my clan boss team for a long time. He was partnered with Steel Skull. We were trying to do work, and I'd get the odd run where everything would come off and the two of them would just land in their procs time after time, and I'd be getting silly damage, and then the next run I'd do 10 million less damage because neither of them were hitting their skills, because there's too much down to probability and RNG with this champion. But he is very good. He's very good in a lot of areas of the game. So in Clan Boss he's got this chance to extend debuffs. That's part of his kit. He's also got this A2, which is really strong, but it's a block debuff skill on all allies, and does a huge shield and heals. That skill there is actually clutch for arena. It's amazing in places like Ice Golem, Spider. It actually his third ability here as well is a turn reduction chance, which again is helpful in both of those places. He's really good at sort of dungeons generally, and I use him in my big boy arena team. So yeah, really good character. Not as good in clan boss as people seem to think he was, but still easily in the top 20. So on to number 11. Got here an Undead. Nephril. Do have this guy. Just got such an amazing kit. Poisons on his A1. Poisons for days. Free hit chance. When booked, 50% chance. So you should land at least 1 or 2 poisons per A1 attack. Got an A2 which does an AoE stun. Really good for dungeon content. Really good for arena. And then he's got an A3 which decreases turn meter by 75%. So again, really good for arena and dungeons. Very, very versatile champ. Kicks out a bit of damage. Kicks out crazy damage on clan boss if you gear it up properly. He is the last outside the top 10 for me. So this was close as well. So coming on to 10th, I think I probably could easily have just reversed these two. They're really similar in terms of the amount of damage they can output. But we've got Xavier. So Xavier has got very similar ability to what we see there from Nephril. So poisons on her A1, free hit poison, 40% chance. Reason why I prefer hers is because you don't have to book her to get to a sort of maximum capability of landing poisons. She's also got a poison ability on her A2, and this is an attack all enemy 2 times. Each of them have got a chance of landing poison. She's got a fun skill here, which is not suitable for clan boss, but in things like dungeons, it's huge. So she can just basically pop all the poisons in one go and nuke teams or nuke a boss. Really cool ability. And then she's got another one here. She has to be with Belinar, so pretty unusual that you get him as well. But if you did, then got the chance to spread debuffs, which is kind of cool. It's kind of cool, but it's very situational. But she's really there for a A1, A2, A3, all very good. Cool thing about this as well, if she was in the Ice Golems, blows up the poisons, the ads don't come back up. So she's very good for that dungeon. But yeah, she's top tier for clan boss. She's really strong in a lot of the dungeons. Dragon and Spider would be good as well. That is Xavier. Let's go into Barbarians. This is one of my champs. Probably one of my favourite champs to use. I just love his design. I love his kit. He's in my arena team right now. He was in my clan boss team. I subbed him out the clan boss team because I really wanted him in my arena team, and I'll show you why. So he's great for clan boss because one, he's got a strong defensive aura. Two, he's got a decreased attack on his A1, and it's actually a really good chance to land it, which you need. If you don't have someone like a debuff extender, you really need that great chance to land it. He does on his A2 a defense up and a shield if you kill somebody, but for clan boss, defense up is really strong. And then he's got a passive, which is so fun in the arena. It can just completely turn battles. So if he kills anybody, he revives somebody else on your team. So it's like a double swing. You killed someone, knocked someone out of their team, and you revive someone on your team. A really cool ability. I love it. It's probably one of my favourite passives in the game. You can do so much with it. It's really cool for faction wars as well. If you're trying to just get those extra stars, and you keep having that level 50 die that drops. If he kills with the last swing with axe, that level 50 die pops back up, and there's your 3 stars. He's really strong in a lot of content. He's strong in a lot of the dungeons as well because of his ability. He hits really hard for a defense champ. So I have him geared to be hitting for 120k A1s crits on the clan boss. I have him in the arena hitting for 50k, knocking people one-shotting Hegemons for fun. Really fun champ. Okay, let's move on to number 8. That is in Sacred Order. Sacred Order, so we have got Old Sir Nicholas. I really wish I was around when this fusion happened. He's such a strong champ. He's just doing work in the top tier platinum arena right now. He is doing absolute work. I hate facing him. He does so much damage for a HP champ. Quite unusual to have a HP champion that actually kicks out a lot of damage. Probably only him and Mountain King that can do it. So he is he's basically top tier for most of the dungeons. So he's top tier for arena. He's top tier for, I'd say, Ice Golem, top tier for Dragon. He's probably just off of top tier for Clan Boss, but he also features in some of the sort of semi-unkillable comps, and within those you can actually get some of the highest damage outcomes in the game. So maybe he is top tier then from that. But he's got a pretty unique set of abilities, very cool set of abilities. This is huge, just for an A1. Freeze is one of the best abilities in the game for arena. He's got a 50% chance of landing a freeze, and it can't be resisted. So basically, if it procs, it hits, you're frozen. That's it. You're frozen out. Second ability attacks all enemies. AOE shields on all of your team for 2 turns, and the shield's equal to the damage you're hitting. So it can be a really big shield as well. And then the A3, probably what he's best known for. So he does a team unkillable buff and heals. I mean, in the arena, 2 turns unkillable is a long time when you've got people like Sonic coming at you, hitting you for 30,000 a pop. Reasonable aura, but yeah, one of the best champs in the game. I'd love to get him. I hope they do him as another fusion for Christmas. We shall see. Right, moving on. Go and see a lizard. So this used to be a Vault champ. They did a buff on Draco and they completely changed his kit, and now he's one of the most sought after champions in the game. Pretty cool design. He actually just got such a... The reason why I put him so high, so what is he sitting at number 7, is because he's got such versatility in the game for me. Got poison, so attacks 4 times. Each hit places a poison. It's not 20% chance, 10%, 50% chance. No. Every hit places a poison, providing your accuracy is high enough. So you've got 4 poisons, all of them ticking for 3 turns. Get it to a 3-turn cooldown. You basically got a constant regen of 4 poisons going onto the clan boss. Amazing ability. He's then got, to cap it off, an A3 puts a strong version of weaken and decreased defense on everybody. AoE. For arena it's insane, for dungeons it's insane. Spider, it's one of the best setup champs you can have. Absolutely incredible ability. Think about clan boss, he does 3 of the key things you need to do in Clan Boss with 2 of his skills, which means you've just got room for so much more utility in your team. And then his A1 is no slouch either. So basically, it's a single target hit, but his damage increases for every debuff that's on the target. So he's already putting 6 debuffs on himself. If you add that to a couple more from your team, and basically it just becomes a bit of a nuke for you get surplus damage as well to the rest of the enemies. It's just it's an incredible ability, incredible champ. I'd love to get him. He's so usable in pretty much all content of the game. Probably other than a campaign farmer, I think I'd use him in most of my dungeon teams and clan boss. So that's 7. Let's go on to number 6. Sacred Order. Sacred Order start to get a bit of love here. So I've got Venus, really for a similar reason to Draco. So she's got a similar sort of thing here. Poison's on her A1, so 2 hits. Each hit's got a 50% chance of placing a 5% poison. So potentially you should hit at least 1 poison every A1. She's got, when booked, 100% chance of landing decreased defense and weaken. So again, those 2 really strong abilities. She's got a HP burn on her A3. So if you think about Clan Boss again, she's literally got everything you need apart from weaken. No, she's got weaken, sorry, apart from attack down. So she's got 4 of the key things you need to do heavy damage on a Clan Boss in her kit. It's insane. I think it's probably apart from perhaps number 1 spot, it's probably the most utility on one champ. Most damage dealing utility. Got something here if she's paired with Cupidus. I don't see it really happening a lot. Pretty cool ability, but so rare to use. I wouldn't really count it as a real key part of a kit. But yeah, really good champ. Comes in at number 6. So number 5, I'm going back to the Lizards, and one of the new Void Legendaries. I would love to get this guy. He's such a cool champ. It looks really cool. It's a completely different design. It's not just some sort of stupid reskin that they've done. They've done a great job. Love just the little details they've got here. Yeah, really cool champ. So he's got an AoE A1, which in itself is strong. It hits pretty hard, and that A1 has got a decreased speed. He's got an A2 with ally protection, which is brilliant. So usable in most of the game. Very good in Clan Boss. Also puts continuous heals on, 2 continuous heals, 15% heals, and also increasing the duration of any other ally buffs for another turn. Really strong ability. Potentially on a 3 turn cooldown. Really cool ability. The other thing I like about it is the ability is procced by attacking enemies. So sometimes you get these sort of abilities and don't do damage, you just put the abilities on. This one, you get some damage on the opponents as well. And then his A3 is a provoke on all enemies for 1 turn. Also increases defense on this champion. So he's going to provoke, he's going to increase his own defense, and he increases the rest of your team's speed. So really cool set of abilities here. And just to round it off, it didn't even need this passive. It was already super cool by this point. Its passive at the start of each round gets a shield equal to 50% of this champion's max HP. Kind of sounds better than it is, because each round, so Clan Boss is only 1 round. The whole fight is 1 round. If you go through the Dragon stages, you've got Wave 1, 1 round, Wave 2, 1 round, the boss fight, 1 round. So 3 rounds in that fight. In the arena, you only ever have 1 round. So yeah, I mean, it's still super strong, but some people probably think it's stronger than it is. He's also got a chance, when booked 100%, to land decrease defense, strongest one, and decrease attack, strongest one. If you think about the utility this guy brings to Clan Boss, brings to arena, brings to dungeons, just got it all. He's got an insane kit. He's also got one of the highest defenses in the game. No slouch on speed, crazy HP. He's just a really good champion, and his damage is built from defense, so you can build him as a super tank. Really cool champ. Okay, we're moving into fourth. And this is somebody that we could all get if we do our mission. Arbiter. Arbiter, super unique champion, really cool. Got pretty decent A1 actually, considering the rest of her kit. So she put a weaken on, and it books up to 50% chance, and it's stronger weaken, so that's pretty good. I like that it's a 2-hit. It means she's viable for things like Fire Knights. She's got an A2, which again is not overpowered, but is really strong. If you think about it for an arena champ, got 75%, but when booked 100% chance to take one tick of all of the buffs of your team or their team. So pretty strong ability. If you go into an arena fight and everyone's got a 1-turn shield on, she can wipe all of those shields off. If you fight against a Skull Crown and she's got her Unkillable on, Arbiter could wipe it off. So yeah, really cool ability. A3, one of the best abilities in the game for arena and for dungeons. So fills turn meter by 30% of all your allies, places an attack buff on all your allies, and if any are below 50% HP, she heals them by 25% of their max HP. Very cool ability. So often that is a clutch ability to get through a dungeon or to win an arena fight. Very cool. And then to cap it off, she's got a revives all dead allies, 35% HP, then fills her turn meter of all allies. So she just revives one person, she still fills everybody else's turn meter by 20%. Then she gets another turn, so you can actually go A4, A3, and you've filled everybody's turn meter by 50% by that point. Insane ability. She's also got one of the quickest speed auras in the arena. So she's very strong actually in all aspects of the game. But the only place she doesn't really feature is if you're doing a speed-tuned clan boss fight, in which point you don't want all the speed ups. But it's probably the only part of the game where she wouldn't be top draw. But she is still top draw in clan boss. If you look at the highest damage ultra nightmare teams, she'll be in them. Right, on to number 3. Barbarians. This is Valkyrie. Look, you kind of have to have a counter-attack champion in the game to do most of the content to its fullest. Certainly with clan boss, you need a counter-attack champion. He comes in as the second best one, I think. So she's got turn meter manipulation on her passive on her A3. Got turn meter manipulation on her A1, and it also scales up attack and defense. This is the ability that she's known for. So she attacks all enemies, so she gets an attack in, places a shield buff on all allies for 3 turns, a massive amount of turns, and a counter attack buff for 2 turns. Shield and the damage are both proportional to defense, and she's got the highest defense in the game. So nearly 1600 defense. You can easily get this champion to 6000 defense. Really cool champ, very good kit. Everyone needs a Valk in their lives, and yeah, comes in at number 3. It does also have a defense aura, but it's only faction crit, so strong. Into number 2. This is one of the champs that I've got. Bad L. Everybody wants a Bad L. I was so chuffed when I got him. It's look, I think originally he was super overpowered. Now he's just incredibly strong. So he's got an A1 that hits everybody, hits all enemies, and it heals him and his allies by 20% of the damage you do. So the harder you hit, the more you get healed. He's then got an A2, which all of your team's debuffs, firstly. Places 2 heals on all of your team, and places 2 poisons on all enemies. It's a great ability. It's absolutely clutch for a lot of content. He's great in the clan boss. Yeah, he's just generally insane. He's great on any of the dungeon runs where you've got level 20 content. Probably the only place where I wouldn't take him is Fire Knights. He's only got that single hit A1. But otherwise, really good. He's cleanse all of that dragon nonsense off, all those poisons, debuffs and stuff. He can cleanse the spiders' poison. Yeah, and equally, he can heal your whole team in a moment where you feel like everyone's going to die. He's also got this passive which makes everybody do more damage. So all you need is you need a poison on the enemy, and your team will do 15% more damage than they normally would. So if you're trying to do speed runs in areas, Bad Ale's a great champion to have in your team as well. So on to number one. Number one, I'm sure you've all guessed it because she hasn't come up yet. I don't have her. I pulled her for somebody else. I want her back. Marta. Marta is... she's like the Swiss Army knife of the game. So she can do any content really well. If you need a campaign farmer that would never fail, she would do it. She wouldn't do it the quickest, but she would do it. If you need someone that can actually do the Nightmare campaign farm, she could do it. You need someone that's going to carry you through the dungeons, she's your girl. You need someone who's going to go into Clan Boss and have all of the utility you could ever imagine. Who you need. She's got this A1 decreased defense, and booked what 70% chance. No, it's 80. No, 70. Yeah, 70% chance to land decreased defense 2 turns. Great start. A2 increases everybody's defense. Huge ability for clan bosses. Huge ability for dungeons, and puts counter attack buff on everybody. And when I say that's everybody including her. Same for Valk, it was everybody including her, which is not the same as Skull Crusher. And then we've got an A3 here, which does a decrease attack and AoE provoke. Huge ability this. This would help you through arena, it will help you through dungeons. It's an insane ability. And then she's got a really strong increased defense in battles. So she doesn't really have any content where she's not strong. For me, Marta, number one. Pulled together, as I said, I've got this in like an Excel spreadsheet. So I'm going to just put the link to in chat. Have a look at it. Please let me know if you think there's any changes. I want it to be relevant. I've not done all legendaries because I think it's a bit of a waste of time, really. These are the ones you want to get excited about if you pull them. When you see that gold, come and check my list. Let me know if you got excited or not. Guys, look, I think that's enough for today. I've been Hell Hades. This is my channel, Addicted to Gaming.